Hey Sagis, welcome to Vivid Vibration. My name is Christina. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Sagis, what do we have for y'all? The mother and the judge, the kiss, the vow, the ring, the flame, and the mentor. Sagis. I don't know. Okay, so I want to start with the mother and the judge because the judge is the idea of like you can't be an impartial judge part of the time, like when it's convenient for you. Like you can't cling to things when it's convenient for you is what I want to say, because the mother is like you either cling to something and find your identity out of it, or you like you trust that it served its purpose and now you're ready to let it go and move on and move up, right? But I feel like there's this idea here of like you're not being a partial judge. You know what I mean? And maybe somebody who's like, hey Saji, maybe let's see the whole picture so we can get a good idea of like what's actually happening here, right? Because you guys have had that in your reads for a while of just like really having a hard time letting go of this idea and of just like negativity and like this is the end and clinging to it almost, I get it, no shame. But then you've got the ring, the vow, the kiss, and the flame. I feel like, Sagis, there's something that you're just very drawn to, like a moth to a flame. Like you just can't help but like be in this person's energy, right? And I feel like there's almost like this, like I made a promise to myself for some of my Sagis where you're like, I'm going to marry that person. You know what I mean? Like it's just one of those, like you've been watching this person, you've been like, I almost want to say like criticizing this person, but doing it because like you just want there to be something wrong with them because god damn it, they're perfect. Do you know what I mean? Like that's that energy. And so I feel like whether it's a person or, like a job or, like a new lifestyle or whatever, you know what I mean? But it's just kind of this, like, you've been a little hypercritical of it because you just, like, you want it so badly, like you're so drawn to it. Okay, Sagis. Let's see what else we can get for y'all. Ace of Pentacles. Oops. Ace of Cups. Lots of new things on the horizon. Well, y'all have been trying to step out of that energy, right? Out of that one energy and into the new energy. And I do believe, Sagis, you have done that. Yay! And it's brought you into such an awareness, such a larger truth, And that's always exciting, because it's broader perspectives, broader ways to see things. And then we've got the Devil, the Six of Swords, the King of Wands, and the Hermit. Well, I feel like this is a movement away from an energy of isolation because just really needing to see what you're doing. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you just like somebody to hold a mirror up to your face and be like, look at you, look at what you're doing right now, like you're better than that, that. I don't even think you were doing it on purpose, if I'm being totally honest. I feel like it was almost this like subconscious like deterrent for you to like come up with all of these reasons to not want to deal with this person. That's why it's the end. But like how in the end you end up manipulating it to be something that requires isolation, and having to move away from that entirely so that you can stand in this new action with a greater truth. I feel a declaration coming on, Sagis. All right. Let's see what else we can get for y'all. Six of Cups. I mean, it's nostalgia and like thinking back over everything, which again ties into that whole idea of like looking back and like big picture, like the entire story. Like when you just pick little pieces here and there, it's like people who take scriptures out of context. It's like telling a piece of a story and not telling the whole story. Like, no, nice try though. You were trying to protect yourself. You were trying to, keep yourself safe, and that's okay. But they're really the end of these unnecessary internal battles, I want to say, that exhibit themselves externally, are coming to an end. Because in spite of all of these things, Saggies, you've still been working on developing yourself and being the best version of yourself, and that's why you're able to acknowledge this and not get angry and not get frustrated and just see it and say, oh yes, okay, well, like, name it and tame it. Now I know what I need to deal with. Now I know what was blocking that completion. Now I'm really ready to move into, like a state of compassion and a state of love, and accept these new beginnings. Yay. Okay, Saggies. The Tower again, yeah. The Five of Swords, the Seven of Cups, the Tower, and the Queen of Swords. Well, again, like this end of confusion, because, well, I mean, we all operate from our subconsciouses far more often than we realize, because it's our subconscious, right? And so I feel like there's just kind of this, but when we acknowledge what we're doing subconsciously, we're able to really bring an end to that, by standing in, like, the truth of our experience and who we are. Because it's not an excuse, it's an awareness, and therefore a growth, and therefore something desirable, and it's just kind of like, I feel like there's just this really big shift that's going on internally for you, where you're really starting to see yourself, but you're seeing yourself with eyes of compassion, right? Because you can't just sit around and criticize yourself and feel like, oh, I'm the bad guy. Well, we're all the bad guy in somebody's story, usually more than one person. You know what I mean? Like, that's okay, as long as we continue in our own personal character development, right? And I think you have, and I think it shows. So I love that for y'all, Saggies. Let's do one more card and we'll call it a read. Okay. The womb and the seed. Well, I love it, because I feel like there's just this newness for you that's very, I want to say, like, safe, honest, adventurous, like the very thing that you promised yourself that you would get because it's what you wanted. Do it. All right, Saggies, I love it. I hope this resonates with y'all. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. Please give me a like, share, and subscribe if it does, and I will see y'all again soon. Bye.